Hello Libra, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. So click the timestamps in the pinned comment if you just want to go to the general introduction. I'll also have timestamps for each month, okay? But you need to stick around if you want to know what's going on for you this year, because you are working hard, you are dedicated to a particular task, learning a skill, knowledge, trade, okay? That's going to get you a lot of money in the future. Also beneath the surface, you're creating a lot of stability, power, leadership, okay? So that's like very, very assertive, strong, powerful, okay? Possible Aries influence as well. And also your advice is to learn to love, to give and receive love, okay? So that's your main theme for 2020. I'm gonna go into more detail in that and each particular month and how I do my card spread in just a moment, okay? But if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Like, share, it really helps me out a lot and I super appreciate it. Make sure you comment below. I love reading your comments so much, okay? So again, for 2020, I essentially see that okay, so this is how I do my readings actually. So my Tarot of the Cat deck is what's happening on the surface. My Tarot of the Thoth deck is what's happening beneath the surface. And my Mystic Mondays deck is your main advice card, okay? And that's also how I've broken it down for each month of the year. But your main theme is study, knowledge, learning, research, improving a skill, trade, okay? And this is something you really, really enjoy and you're good at, but you're getting even better at, okay? This might be even something you can do a little bit home or close to home as well, okay? But yeah, you're just really dedicated to persevering with a particular task that you that has something to do with work or money or abundance or property, anything to do with the material world, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface is, you know, you're finding your place, you're finding your strength, your power, you know. This might be a leadership role. This might be for your own business, for example, where you're your own boss, okay? Where you're the one who calls the shots, okay? This is going to make you feel extremely empowered and strong, all right? So that's what this particular job and what you're mainly doing for 2020 is going to lead to. So that's amazing. Or it is leading to under the surface. Also, like I said, might be an Aries influence. Your main advice for 2020 is the Ace of Cups. Okay, that is a possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. But the Ace of Cups is telling you to love, to allow love to flow from you towards others and to receive love and to just enjoy the amazing things about life, bliss, happiness, all of those things, okay? So the Ace of Cups is telling you to just allow love to flow in and out of your life, okay? There is a lot of love around you and the Ace of Cups is telling you to tap into that, okay? Now, let's get down to each particular month. Now, in January, on the 12th of January, Saturn is conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn, so it's a really good idea to increase your efficiency, okay? And especially for you Libras, you want to focus your efforts on your career goals. And you know, I totally see that with the Page of Pentacles anyways. Also in January on the 10th, there's a moon eclipse in Cancer. There might be a bit of tension and melancholy with a lover or a friend, possibly. There might be a little bit of strain. I don't necessarily see that for you with the cards in January. Okay, so that's mainly what's happening astrologically for January. What I see happening on the surface for January is we have got the Knight of Pentacles, okay, possible earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this is the next step up from the Page of Pentacles as well, okay? So the Page of Pentacles is more like learning and research, which is your main theme for 2020, but the Knight of Pentacles is moving forward, advancing, figuring out how to do that on a day-by-day, how to accomplish your goal when it comes to money or work on a day-by-day basis in a practical, tangible matter, all right? This is someone you've got this really amazing energy of being reliable and dependable and just steadily moving forward, okay? So that's your main energy on the surface for January. What's beneath the surface is we've got the Knight of Cups, okay? Possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. So this moving forward, right, in a very practical manner, it seems like it's influenced by something you're really passionate about. It could be an artistic endeavor, something where you can absolutely creatively express yourself, okay? So this is actually really amazing because, you know, you're able to move forward in something very realistically and tangibly, but it's this creative energy moving forward because a lot of artists, a lot of creatives don't necessarily have the fortitude, the practical, you know, just down to earth, skills to actually practically apply their creativity and learn how to make money from it. But that's what you're going to be doing, okay? And your advice for January, I mean, totally lines up with what's happening on the surface with the Knight of Pentacles. We have got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Pentacles, again, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. The King of Pentacles is just saying to look at the long run, just make very down-to-earth, grounded, rational decisions, which it looks like what you're going to be doing. But the King of Pentacles is further growing on that by, you know, looking at the long-term benefits, the long-term future, how that's really going to play out, okay? Now, in February, what I see happening astrologically, I'm only talking about the major astrological events. So on the 9th of February, there is a very intense supermoon in Leo, so there might be some big changes, letting go of the old, and you should maybe rest a little bit. I don't really see you resting much in February though. So what I see happening on the surface in February is we've got the 8 of Wands, and you have so many wands this year, so you've got intense energies bursting forth from you. So the 8 of Wands, possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, but essentially what you are doing in February is you are busy, go, go, go. You've got so much on your plate, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface, we have got the 10 of Wands. This is a super intense energy beneath you, but you feel like it might be oppressed, okay? Or maybe you're trying to hold back from this energy where you're go, go, go with lots and lots of activity, okay? This is what's happening on the surface with the 8 of Wands. This is not something that you can do in the long run because it is, when you're going at that speed, you can only do that in the short term because one wrong move and everything might fall apart, okay? So you might be making some impulsive decisions, okay? Also beneath the surface, you might be holding yourself back a little bit from going all the way, or you just feel like you're not really sure how to handle all of this energy and it might be a little bit stressful for you, okay? There also might be a few things blocking you from having all of the activity and what you're, you know, wanting to accomplish, everything that you're juggling on your plate. It might be like a little bit too much for you, or you're not able to fully allow it to flow from you. So this is your advice for February with this intense energy and so much going on, is the Princess of Swords, okay? So swords, I mean, that's likely you, but it could be another Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, air sign. The Princess of Swords is telling you that you need to really, you know, think about things. You need to actually like take a step back, think about it, and also to balance, you know, your intellect and your intuition, and to not stress too much about things. You want to look at, if anything comes up, if anything's stressing you out, just maybe take a step back, look at it a bit more objectively from a perspective of curiosity. That way you'll be able to come up with way more solutions and potential problem solve, okay? So you just want to step back into your Libra energy because you've got loads of fury energy going on in February. In March, on the 22nd of March, Saturn is in Aquarius, so you're really going to want to start organizing for your future, clarifying your goals. And on the 9th of March, there's a supermoon in Virgo. I totally see this is going to be relevant for you. You're going to have to learn how to manage drama, power struggles, gossip, change. There might be some changes to your social life. You might need some rest and some downtime. And just remember not to give up hope in love and faith. What I see happening on the surface in the cards, we have got the 3 of Swords, all right? So that is a possible Gemini, another Libra or Aquarius influence, okay? But this could be a lover. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. It could be anyone that you were previously like 2 peas in a pod, okay? Previously got on quite well together, all right? And now you're not talking to each other, or you are talking in a passive aggressive way or a rude way, and you're not seeing eye to eye, and you're just not on the same page at all. So previously a harmonious relationship is now you are in opposition, okay? And there's negative energy and no one's really willing to let their guard down and move forward in a positive manner, okay? So there's some sort of a relationship that there seems to be a little bit of a meltdown in a negative way, unfortunately. What's happening beneath the surface? Again, we have the 8 of Wands. Remember in February we had the 8 of Wands on the surface, okay? So this is, you still have this super intense energy, go, go, go. It might have been this intense energy that sometimes when we are super energetic, we might do things and say things without thinking. It might be more on impulse that we're saying and doing particular things. And that energy might have led, in part at least, to conflict with this other person, okay? Regardless, the conflict you feel with this other person, even if on the surface you and even the other person are, you know, pretending like it's not affecting you, like it is, you just feel like, oh, you just want to burst. And your advice for March is the Tower. Okay, so this is something, sometimes things happen in life that are unexpected, okay? The breakup of relationships, the loss of a job, the loss of money, the loss of a home, okay? But the thing is, the Tower is telling you that you need to let certain things go, okay? Honestly, I don't know what relationship this is, who this person is for you in March. It's all I can tell you is it's someone that you used to get on with quite well, and they're relatively, you were both important to one another. But the Tower is telling you that you need to let things go. This relationship obviously wasn't serving you, okay? And I'm not saying it's gonna be over forever, but like it's definitely over for now, okay? And at this point, holding on to, you know, this is not helpful. You need to let it go. It's painful, it sucks. It's probably gonna take you by surprise. You didn't really expect it, probably because you're so busy in February, you know, got a lot going on, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, you gotta let it go. It wasn't serving you and there's no point in holding on to it, okay? In April, Saturn's still in Aquarius, and that is the major, on the 8th of April, there is a supermoon in Libra, so there's some old baggage possibly stirred up. Home and family life brought up with boundaries that maybe you established as a child that you might need to look at again. Just remember, it's never too late to create a safe and comfortable home life, and you might not necessarily feel that way, especially with the Tower in March. Okay, but what I see happening on the surface for you in April is the Death card. Okay, so whatever, you know, this relationship was in March, right? The relationship in March that you had to let go of, okay, it's over, it's done, like there's no point. You really need to just like release any leftover remnants of thinking that this can be salvaged, okay? So it's over, it's done, it's dead, it's gone, and you know, the more you hold on to it, the less you are going to actually, you know, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this is what's happening beneath the surface in April, okay? Look, the Death card, the end of one cycle, allowed the birth of a new cycle, the Ace of Cups. And remember, that is your advice card for 2020. You've got 2 Aces of Cups, okay? So that's a big theme for you that's really coming up for you in April, okay? You cannot have death and birth. You cannot have death. You cannot have a birth or a rebirth without death, okay? So this Death card is allowing you to actually learn how to love, learn how to truly like tap into positive emotions, to really enjoy life. You've got a new appreciation for life and love, and you're able to just like be able to give and receive love a little bit more. So I'm not sure what relationship this is, but it's somehow restricted you in some way, okay? And that's not happening anymore in April. You're really lining yourself up for a new start in love, okay? And that could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer sign influence, all right, with the Cups. Your advice for April is the 10 of Wands. Okay, you've got so many wands, all right? The 10 of Wands, possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Okay, you had the 10 of Wands also in February, right? But within this deck, the 10 of Wands is more like your advice, You just need to keep moving forward. There's some duties and obligations that you have. You really need to just, it's not necessarily easy, but you need to move forward with it, okay? So like April, you know, with the Death card and the Ace of Cups, like super intense energy, but your advice for April is just to keep moving forward, keep working, you know, and also you might need to ask people for help, okay? So like, don't necessarily expect for you to do all of this on your own. It's not very like self-loving for you to expect yourself to do everything on your own. Ask for help, ask friends, ask family, ask for a helping hand, okay? That's what the 10 of Wands is telling you to do. All right, in May, Saturn is still in Aquarius, and on the 13th of May, Venus goes retrograde in Gemini, so there might be some difficult times in relationships, and especially for you, Libra, you're really going to need to focus on improving your communication. I mean, you're normally quite good at that. Let's see. Also, on the 7th of May, there's a supermoon in Scorpio, so you're really going to need to learn how to intellectually handle your emotions, not necessarily suppress them, maybe journal or something like that. But, you know, with the supermoon in Scorpio, you might want to do or say things based on feeling. You're actually, during that time, should really separate your head from your heart and just make rational decisions from your head, okay? Give your heart a break. Let your brain take over a little bit. What I see happening for you on the surface of May, this is amazing. We've got the Magician, right? And remember, you know, this new start, all of these new starts, you know, come from what you manifest, okay? So you've got amazing manifesting power. You can just get everything is working out in May, okay? And you know what? Like, I'm sorry, February, March, and especially March and April were really, really tough, okay? But, you know, you can create the life that you want. You can create the opportunities that you want. You can have everything in balance in all aspects of your life. And in May, you're totally realizing that. And what's happening beneath the surface, we have got the Knight of Wands, okay? So this could also be like a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. This is super fiery energy, right? And you've got so many wands showing up for you. And it's this fiery energy that's allowing you this energy to actually create whatever you want, to manifest what you want. And what I think it looks like you're manifesting, right? This is your advice card for May. Ace of Pentacles, okay? So possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth sign influence, okay? But you might want to focus on manifesting like new opportunities when it comes to financial gain, financial success, you know, and the Page of Pentacles. Just keep focusing on that, your 2020 theme, right? So new opportunities for wealth, abundance. You can manifest whatever you want, but the Ace of Pentacles is telling you to focus on material wealth and abundance and stability on the earth, okay? In June, Saturn is still in Aquarius, so you're still organizing for your future and goals. On the 25th of June, Venus finishes its retrograde in Gemini, so relationships should get a little bit easier. On the 5th of June, there's a moon eclipse in Sagittarius, so there might be some intense activity happening in your life and also potentially around the world. There might be some insane things going on in the news, like wars and natural disasters, things like that. Also on the 21st of June, there's an annular solar eclipse in Cancer. So anything undone from the path is going to come up when it comes to spiritual connections to the divine, right? There also might be a major life event. And I totally see that happening for you in June because this is what we've got going on the surface. Another ace, another new start, okay? So possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, okay? But this is a super positive omen, really, really good luck. You know, it's coming at a time where maybe you don't really feel completely like prepared for it, or maybe you have your doubts about it, because even though you've got this amazing opportunity, this amazing positive life event, okay, happening, right? On the surface, underneath, we've got the Eight of Swords, interference. So I feel like maybe you're a little bit stressed about it. Maybe you have doubts. Maybe you've got like a negative pattern of thinking. There also might be some negative people that might not be supporting this around you. I feel like for most of you, it's kind of like you. Swords are, you know, an air sign, so it could be you or another Libra, Gemini, Aquarius influence, okay? But your advice card for June with this amazing new opportunity that's coming your way is we've got the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is telling you, go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. You have this amazing opportunity, right? You need to ignore these negative thoughts, okay? And you need to just go for it. Just go deep. This could even be like physical movement, the change of a job, the change of a house, like a completely like change of the way that you're thinking, okay? But it is, you need to just like go for it. Take the risk and just follow your intuition, you know? Don't just let this opportunity fall away, okay? Yeah, so that's really awesome. Now, I'm not gonna lie, July is gonna be a little bit difficult, but before I go on to what I see in the cards, and remember, I'm a Libra too, so like we're going through this together, you're not alone. On the 1st of July, the Saturn in Aquarius finishes, so hopefully prior to then you finished organizing for your future. On the 5th of July, there's a moon eclipse in Capricorn. There might be a massive emotional release. I totally see that. Intense relationship issues, definitely see that. And you're really gonna need to focus on yourself and find emotional balance. Totally see that as well in the cards. So let me show you. Remember, I have an advice card for each month, okay? So even no matter what's happening, the advice card's gonna help make you make the best of a situation, okay? Because we always have free will. And if you take my advice, things will go better, I promise. Okay, this is what's happening on the surface for July. We've got the Devil, okay? Also, this could be a possible Capricorn influence. Stress, anxiety, there might be arguing in a relationship, there might be backstabbing, negative gossip, addiction, fear, doubt, toxic energy, toxic person, toxic situation. Essentially, really not good and not the type of energy you want to be around for a long time. However, what's happening beneath the surface, right? I mean, it's almost like a baptism by fire, because look at this. This is what's happening beneath the surface. The 3 of Wands, virtue, okay? Possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, all right? This negative energy is allowing you to have a most positive like rebirth, okay? This virtue, the 3 of Wands, is telling you that you will win. You will come out on top, all right? You are keeping the higher ground, and you will be victorious. That's what the 3 of Wands is telling you. And in August, it totally lines up with that as well. But you will win, okay? Even with massive oppositional forces, you will come out a winner. And what you have to do, your advice card to come out a winner, again, we've got the Devil card, okay? So in this deck, the Devil card is telling you that you can always walk away. You can always exit the situation. You might feel entrapped. You might feel enslaved. You might feel stuck. You might feel fearful of leaving, okay? But you can always walk away. So I would definitely walk away from the situation. I would leave the situation behind. It is not a situation in July that is serving you. And also be super wary of taking drugs or alcohol or any type of addictive behavior. You super need to avoid that when you see the Devil card, okay? Avoid like toxic negative patterns as well, like codependency and things like that. So walk away. You can always walk away. The feeling of being trapped and enslaved is an illusion. You can always leave that behind, okay? And remember, you will win. You will, 100%. Ain't nothing keeping you down. All right, so in August, I don't see any major astrological activity in August, all right? But what I see on the surface, we have got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so Cups, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. Okay, so this could be, this is someone who is kind and loving and generally like a positive masculine energy. It could be like a woman, but someone who's a bit more masculine, but for most of you, it's going to be a male. And it is someone who might be around the same age as you, or maybe a little bit younger. If they're older than you, then they might be a little bit more mature, but it's someone who, it also might be an opportunity as well. A proposition. Okay, it could be an offer of love. It might come out of nowhere. Even if it's someone that you knew before, because, you know, in January, beneath the surface, we also have the Knight of Cups, right? So even if it's someone that you knew before, like this offer of love or this opportunity from this particular person might come out of nowhere, okay? And it's not, it could be love, right? It could be a love opportunity romantically, but it could also be a friendship, or it could be like the opportunity for something that is emotionally fulfilling, all right? And also the Knight of Cups is, you know, isn't just gonna give this opportunity to anyone. And this is what's happening beneath the surface. Yay! Victory! Yay! What did I tell you? So underneath the surface in July, we had the Three of Wands, which is victory. And then this card is like definite victory, all right? So whatever it is that happened in July, right? You have brushed it off, you've grown from it, you've beaten it, okay? You are coming out victorious, all right? And I think that it might be victorious with a particular opportunity or a particular person that's coming into your life, okay? That is very emotionally like balanced. So your advice for August is the World, completion. You have finished a chapter. You are done with this particular, trial and tribulation in your life that you had, okay? This also might tell you to move. You might want to physically move. There might be an opportunity, right? This opportunity might be somewhere else in the world, okay? And just remember that the world is your oyster, like super positive card. The world is your oyster. You've got, so many opportunities, okay? So that is your advice for August. In September, I don't see any major, I lied. On the 9th of September, Mars goes retrograde in Aries, so your physical activity level might not be so good. So please make that extra effort to carry on exercising, especially up until the 14th of November. Now, what I see happening on the surface for September is we have got the Two of Swords, all right? Possibly you, but it could be another air sign, another Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, okay? So this is, it could be like a decision or a stalemate, like not really sure the direction that you're going to go. There might be a little bit of indecision, okay? And I think that whatever this decision is or this stalemate is, I'm beneath the surface, we've got the Five of Wands. So many wands in your reading this year, so pretty intense energy. But remember, all of these intense wand energy is going to lead to super Emperor stability, super powerful, okay? Now, this decision or this stalemate, this standoff, might cause you a little bit of stress, okay? It's definitely going to cause you a little bit of stress. It's not necessarily going to be the most fun decision. Your advice card for September is Judgment, okay? This is not justice, this is judgment. So you are seriously, whatever this decision is, you're really going to have to take a step back and think objectively, okay? This is a balance of your intellect and intuition. I would definitely write a big pros and cons list, okay? And you really need to think about like past situations similar to this one that you've been in. So you really need to deeply reflect and also think about the long-term consequences of this decision, okay? So this is a decision you're not going to take lightly in September. You seriously need to think about it very, very deeply. Remember, balance your intellect and intuition as well, okay? Think about the past, think about the present, think about the future. Take it all into account, all right? Okay, in October, Mars is still retrograde in Aries, so please make sure you're getting that physical exercise. And on the 31st of October, we have got a blue moon in Taurus, so there might be some difficult conversations, there might be some confronting issues. Make sure you don't allow yourself to get distracted because you want to focus on yourself and your own like self-worth and self-love and development. Okay, this is what I see happening on the surface for you for the cards in October. So we actually have, okay, I'll just show you both. So we've got on the surface the Ace of Cups, and remember, Ace of Cups is your main advice. Remember to love and receive love, okay? Now the Ace of Cups on the surface in this card, remember cups might be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, okay? And then here we have got luxury, the Four of Cups underneath, all right? So there might be like the start of a new relationship, a new opportunity that's emotionally fulfilling, okay? The thing is, with the this is what's happening beneath the surface is the Four of Cups. In this deck, the Four of Cups is more like a superficial type of love. So when I see these two cards together, if this is romantic, or if this is friendship, or if this is a connection with a family member, or maybe something, just a project or something, a new opportunity that you find super emotionally fulfilling, right? You need to be super wary that you don't get carried away with it. Sometimes I feel like for a lot of you that this might be an attraction that is not really deep and meaningful, and you're not really thinking about whether this person is right for you. You might get carried away. Okay, this is kind of like, I mean, you've probably been in this situation, or you at least know other people that have been in this situation where they've met someone and then they have just completely gotten so involved with this person so fast, like super enmeshed, okay, that they just spend all their time with them. They just talk about them all the time and think about them all the time, and they begin to neglect their responsibilities. So I feel like be wary in October. You might meet someone that, or they might meet you, but both of you, I feel like for the most part, are going to get totally swept away with each other, maybe lose a little bit of touch of reality. Yeah, because when you are in a relationship with someone, whether it's romantic or not, you need to think about, are you actually compatible for the long term, okay? And I don't think you guys are going to be thinking about this. So your advice for October is, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth sign. But the Knight of Pentacles, we also had the Knight of Pentacles in January, right? And, okay, yeah, that's where we mainly had it. Okay, but the Knight of Pentacles is telling you in October, even though you are probably going to get super swept away with this love, this new relationship, all right? The Knight of Pentacles is telling you to stay grounded, stay focused on your work, stay focused on, you know, studying and learning, and, you know, your just day-to-day practical survival. Make sure you're still taking time to do the things that make you feel grounded. Make sure that you are staying healthy and exercising. Make sure that you're eating well, but definitely stay focused on your work and your goals and where you want to go on this planet in this life, okay? Now, in November, I see on the 30th, there is a moon eclipse in Gemini, so it might be a good time to deal, it's definitely a good time to deal with debts. Budget, you might want to do some investments, you might want to do some spiritual cleansing or a spring cleaning, even though it's not a spring. And you might want to meditate a little bit more. Now, what I see happening in the surface for November is we have got the Hanged Man, all right? So you might feel stuck. You might feel like you are put in a situation that's not necessarily fair. You might feel like you want to move forward, but you can't. And you might feel like you've been wrongly accused of something possibly, but you are innocent, okay? What's happening on the Hanged Man is you really are just going to have to release resistance to whatever's going on. The Hanged Man, you can't necessarily like go forward and take action when this is happening, okay? But what's happening beneath the surface is we've got the Knight of Discs, all right? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. So on the surface, you know, are you feeling stuck? You're feeling like you can't move anywhere, but the Knight of Discs is just telling you, you know, just stick with what you know, stick with the routine, stick with, I wouldn't necessarily be trying new things, just stick with your routine and your day-to-day kind of normal activities, okay? Don't necessarily go out trying new things, all right? However, your advice for November is the Nine of Wands. Possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Okay, this is someone who is preparing for a final obstacle. Okay, you have gone through a lot. You have gotten so many wands this year, Libra, okay? And you are preparing for one big last battle. So maybe that's why you are feeling stuck, okay? Because you know you're gonna have to face this. Just stick with your routine, okay, during that time. But you've got one last big challenge, okay? And I definitely see that coming up for you in December. Before I let you know what these cards are, I'm just going to tell you that Saturn is back in Aquarius on the 17th of December. Good time to start organizing for your future again. Also, Jupiter is in Aquarius on the 19th of December. Yeah, so definitely want to focus on your future orientation. On the 21st of December, there is a great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, so there are enormous shifts in power. and fortune. There can be potential for explosive changes, whether they are good or bad. All right. Also on the 14th of December, we have got a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Okay, so relationships might be a big focus, but Mercury is in the same house, so the communication is good. You might want to feel free by traveling, having big plans, new projects, but remember your life could be completely turned upside down. And this is a super intense December for you. I'm really seeing for like all of the signs, December is really intense. Look what we have on the surface and beneath the surface. On the surface, the High Priest, beneath the surface, the Hierophant. You know, even though they're different decks, they're the same card. This is also a possible Taurus influence as well, okay? But you have got, so you are totally embodying like divine power, intense spiritual energy. And this is also spiritual energy connected to your DNA, maybe in your family or your ancestry. There might have been some people who were, you know, spiritual leaders, okay, or they had like psychic or occult powers, okay, and that's totally being activated. You're also completely being backed by your spirit guides, by your higher self, by angels, by like just intense spiritual energy. It is like, whoa. And you know what? You're being super supported and super guided, because whatever it was in November that you were preparing for, this last battle, right? It's coming, right? Your advice, we've got the 7 of Wands. Keep the higher ground, right? You are in the right. You are, and you're totally being supported with the spiritual energy. So I don't know what situation you're battling. I don't know who or what this person or organization is or group of people is, but you keep the higher ground. You keep fighting. Even if you feel like you want to give up, you don't give up. Okay, I'm feeling the tinglies. That means this is super true for you, okay? You are being divinely supported, divinely guided. You can ask for help. You can say those prayers, okay? You are totally backed by spirit, like 100%, 100,000,000%, okay? So I don't know what battle this is you're facing, but you will win. You just need to keep persevering. You need to keep pushing through. You need to remember that, you know, you're totally in the right, okay? Whoa, this is super intense. You've got so many wands, which are a fire sign, and the Emperor also represents Aries, which is a super fire sign. You know, this, you know, your theme, you are totally going to become an extremely powerful leader this year, right? You may not realize it on the surface, because on the surface, it looks like you're just calmly, you know, studying, preparing, doing practical day-to-day things, right? But this year, you are going to become an extremely powerful leader, like a warrior, okay? And that's through experience. And that's through a lot of the experiences you're going through in 2020, okay? And also, remember to love. It's not just about doing things that need to be done, okay? And focusing on future goals. It's not just about being a warrior and being strong and fighting battles. You also need to remember to give love, to receive love. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful, okay? Please comment below. Did the reading resonate with you? What did you think of it? And if you would like a personal or private reading, you're more than welcome to email me at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps me out so much. And I hope you have a great 2020, Libras. Remember, we're in this together, okay? I love you.